Week 15 is in the books for the Crunch, who are now on a 4-game winless streak, their longest streak of the season. 0-3-0-1 record for the Crunch over the last 4 games, and only 1 win so far to begin 2019. Syracuse lost in Binghamton 4-0 shutout loss last Wednesday. Then on Friday, it was a 3-2 lead for the Crunch late in the third period, but they gave that up and ended up losing to the Cleveland Monsters 4-3 in a shootout. Then the very next night in Utica, a 3-2 loss against the Utica Comets. So the Crunch on the season still in a pretty good spot in the North Division, but looking to get back in the win column here this week. They begin a very busy stretch here on Wednesday and moving forward, 4 games in 6 nights for the Crunch, starting Wednesday and ending Monday afternoon in Syracuse. Head coach Ben Grew says, though, despite the results for the Crunch, they're playing very well, and he doesn't think the team is off track heading into this week.
Well, no, I think we're on track. It's a long season, and in our streak of 18-3-2, I don't think we played well every game. And when you look at our last 3 games, I think we deserve better in bingo. I think we deserve better here against Cleveland. We had our moments in Utica.
There was a few milestones hit for the Crunch this past week. Andy Andreoff scored his 100th career AHL point with an assist on Saturday in Utica. Corey Conacher had his 400th professional point with his goal Saturday in Utica. And also in that game on Saturday, Cameron Gaunce not only played at his 600th career pro game at the NHL and AHL level, he also collected his 200th AHL point. He had 2 assists in the game. He's been playing very well for the Crunch, 3rd in the league in terms of points by defensemen, and a very happy moment for him playing in 600 games against his brother in Utica.
It was really cool. After the game, my parents brought it up. My brother didn't realize, and seeing his genuine reaction was pretty nice. We're, as we probably mentioned, not the most emotional family, so just a little bit. And then speaking with my wife after the game, she was really happy about it and excited about it, because we've been going through this together, my wife and I. My family's been by my side as well. So for a lot of people, something just seeing 600 games might not be a big deal, but for someone who is, I feel like I've invested a lot of time and effort, and to be able to play 600 games, it means a lot to my family, my wife and I.
So the Crunch will look to snap this little skid starting on Wednesday night in Utica. 2nd consecutive matchup between the Crunch and the Comets. That is a 7 o'clock puck drop between those 2 teams. It's the 6th matchup of the season between the Crunch and the Comets. Friday is a home game for the Crunch. It is the Belleville Senators in town for the final time this season. Crunch swept a 2-game set against Belleville to begin November 2nd and 3rd, so they'll look to continue that success against the Senators on Friday. Saturday night, the Crunch begin a 2 games in 3-day stretch against the Binghamton Devils. Binghamton on Saturday, then on home Monday afternoon. The matinee game for the Crunch, 1 o'clock puck drop on Monday afternoon. So 4 games in 6 days for the Crunch. Time for their busiest stretch of the season coming up here starting Wednesday in Utica. You can catch all the action this week on ESPN Radio and AHL TV. Hope you can join us for the 2 home games, though, for the Crunch. Friday against Belleville and Monday against Binghamton.